All right. Thank you for listening and watching. This is DJ Nocturna, and thank you for watching and listening to another edition of Interview with DJ Nocturna. This show will air on Saturday, August 28th, and I'm speaking to the Synthpop artist, producer, writer, author of Bella Morte and Rain Within, Andy Deane. Hi, Andy.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure to talk to you again. You know, the last time we spoke was, the last time we saw each other was in Hawaii.
Yes, yeah, I got to play shows twice now, and I had an amazing time both trips.
I know. I think that was, what was that, in 2016? Could that be it? I know it was a time when I think Dark Drive, the album.
Sounds about right. It was, yeah, that sounds right to me. 2016, 2017, something in there.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I mean, it seems like it was just yesterday, right? Well, it kind of was. It kind of was. But I mean, so much has happened since. I know you've been really busy. I've seen your work. You know, I see you on Facebook. You're so busy. I don't know how you keep up. I don't know how you can do all these things. And I know that you're not only a musician. You know, you started off, you know, playing bands when you were much younger in Virginia, yep. Right?
Yep.
And you know, you started you know, you won a contest. I think, was it a contest?
Yeah. In the early days, Bella Morte won like a local battle of the bands and put the money toward like recording our first CD. That was before, you know, before a lot of bands were recording at home, including us. Now I do like right here behind me. Like I don't, you know, I do everything. Like I don't ever go out to a studio for, not even for master.
Yeah.
So things have changed a lot. It's a very different world. I actually prefer the way it is now in that aspect.
Oh yeah, because you have your own freedom, you have your own privacy, right?
Absolutely. And the budget isn't insane.
Yeah,
So,
and you have your own space. So that song that you recorded back in that won the contest, was that the Remorse, or was that a song or something else?
We basically did a whole show, so it was a bunch of the early songs. But yeah, I'm sure that was one of them. Like what our set list was, but yeah, it was a bunch of the early stuff.
So if somebody wanted to get some early Bella Morte stuff, can they still get that somewhere? You know, yeah.
It's, you know, all my stuff is on all the streaming services, pretty much anywhere. Anywhere they're going for music, they can just type it in and it'll take them there.
Yeah, you know, I know you've done. I mean, I watch you on Facebook, like I mentioned. You know, you go on live, and you have this amazing attention. You get this you have this charisma, I guess. You know, you seem to attract all these people that just love you, and I can see that. You know. Especially when you go, yeah, and I can see that because you've been really successful through the years, you know, with your Bella Morte and now with Rain Within, and you're also an author and a writer. You've written like 4 books, right? Is it 4 or 5 now?
Yeah, 4 published, and it was going to be my mission last year to start getting things back into print, but with the pandemic and all that. Now I'm looking at next year to maybe, I might even self-publish them at this point. The ones that are already out. I'm working on something new now. So hopefully something.
I don't know how you do. I don't know how you do it because that takes a lot. You know, just being an author is one thing, and then writing your own music, and then producing your songs, and then playing out in concerts.
I stay really busy. Luckily, I'm pretty prolific with music. Like I have a Patreon page, and for my Patreon account, I write and record and master 2 new songs every month. So that's on top of what I'm doing for my albums and stuff like that. So I write a lot of music. It is very good for me, and I don't know about it.
Well, what is your Patreon page for people?
Patreon.com/Andy Deane, and Deane has an E on the end.
Yeah, everybody got to remember that now, because I know some people spell it with a D-E-A-N, but there's an E.
Everybody misses that last E. It happens constantly. I've thought about it. I'm like, I should just drop that E at some point.
No, but that's your family name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you're really close to your family and your mother and all your family. Yeah.
I definitely take care of my mom, and my dad is my favorite human being in the world. So
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, the 4 books. So the first book is called The Sticks, which is that the werewolf book?
that is one of 2 werewolf books I've written.
Okay. So you must like werewolves.
I love horror in general, like
I know.
above and beyond like music genres or anything else. The horror genre has been with me my whole life, and I have so much love for it, so much love for horror movies and, you know, dark
So
theme.
what is your favorite werewolf movie?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, there's like the 80s classics like The Howling, but I love Dog Soldiers a lot. And then there's Ginger Snaps for kind of a teen
Yeah, I
werewolf.
remember that one. Hmm.
Yeah, fun movie. Is really fun movie. There are just tons of them.
Yeah, you know, I like the American Werewolf in London.
They're really
And,
good.
that's one of my favorites all time. And then Wolf, you know, the
With that right.
that one's great. I mean, I love that movie.
Long time since.
There's so many, right? So that one is a werewolf movie that came out in 2009. That's the first one. And then the following year, is it the following year? I think you wrote The Third House.
Yeah, and that's a novella, and it's about a
Oh,
band
wow.
on the road, and
Oh, it's a band.
a band getting
Oh,
lost.
yeah, yeah. The
running
Third
into
House.
that.
I was thinking it's some astrology thing because it's the third house. Yeah,
No,
that's
not
cool.
at all. Not at all. Just monsters.
Oh, they're all monsters. And then the third book was All the Darkness in the World, and
Yep.
that's a vampire one.
Yep.
And that came out in 2011. And then, I hope I'm getting the dates right. And then the last one, the fourth one, is No Turning Back.
That's my second werewolf novel. Has a very different tone than the first 3. And like I said, a lot of things are out of print right now, so there's nowhere to really find most of it. But I'm going to be working on that soon.
And then you said you're writing one. You're writing another one, right?
Working on 2 different things. There's a novel I'm working on and a novella I'm working on. So two different pieces.
Wow. So, what is the inspiration behind this? Are all horror? Would you ever write something that's not horror, like a drama or something?
Certainly, yeah. I would definitely love to write a really depressing human drama.
More like
Yeah, hopeless sort of
oh yeah.
hopeless sort of sweet book. Like I don't know, but yeah, I could totally see that. I've read a lot by an author named Stuart Onan, and I would love to write something in the vein of what he does, which is it's kind of, I don't know, he just captures the human condition and how flawed we are and how beautiful those flaws can be and how tragic. He's just really amazing at capturing that, and I'd love to do something like that down the road.
So I'm sure with these books, do you want to someday have it into a movie or something like that, or a play?
You know, I would dive on that opportunity. I would
Yeah.
certainly on that opportunity.
Which one of the books would you want to start out with as a movie?
I don't know. Actually, maybe The Third House would be it's a super weird one. That'd be a lot of fun. It'd be creatures that hadn't happened in another movie, so that would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. And then how about the music? Would you do the music for all the books?
I would absolutely do the music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. I mean, anything is possible, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I got time for that.
And I can see everything is possible because you seem to manifest what you want to do. You've been a busy artist, you know, since way back when. I mean, you've been so successful. You know, the Rain Within has you have another single that's out with the Rain Within. It's called Forward in Reverse, which is another horror inspired. Yeah, and that was just released. Was it last week or something like that?
2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And it's gotten so much attention. It's been really exciting.
Yeah, it's great. So you have a new album that's going to be coming out. It's called New Horror. Horror Show. Okay. And when is that going to be? Do you know when that's going to be released?
I think the date is October 5th. I think that's the date.
Oh, okay. And how many songs?
12. I know it's called Horror Show. I should have made it 13, but
You got some
the
time.
12 songs really just made a complete package. I didn't want to mess it up. Got to really
Okay.
do it. So
Yeah. So is it mostly like slasher horror inspired?
no, not at all. Like it covers. It's a visceral look at like psychological pain. You
Mhm.
know, it's a very visceral look at it. Like, but there's a lot of horror imagery described to get across, very human emotions.
And so when did you started coming up with the, with the lyrics and everything for this album?
I think I started like the first song or two. I started like 3 years ago, and have just slowly, I work on songs for Patreon all the time, and now and then I start working on something and I'd be like, this really fits thematically with what I'm trying to do on this album. So, just one after the next, it kept adding up.
And do you have a cover for the album?
I do. It's all done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's,
but
and that's not going to be revealed till later, right?
soon, like very soon. I think a week or two, it's gonna be out there. But my buddy Adam from he goes by the moniker Graphic Mercenary, did the art for the cover, and it's really cool. Really cool.
And this is going to be released on Negative Game.
Yes.
Negativegame.com, I believe. If people want to check that out, or they can find it on Bandcamp.
Wonderful label, wonderful people.
Yeah. Wow. So there's a lot of it looks like are you going to be releasing another track before you release the album?
Yes. So I'm trying to think of when it's happening, but in September, I'm releasing a song called Cut, which is the track for the album.
And we're looking forward to playing that as
Awesome.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for you.
Excited about it.
Now, what about Bella Morte? I know you're still in Bella Morte, and that's still going on. I mean, how many? Is it 9 albums or more that you released?
Know at this point, but we don't have any immediate plans. But we're eventually going to get around to recording. But it's not immediate, so we'll work up to it, and it'll eventually happen.
Yeah, and the last one was it the Year of the Ghost? Was that the last one that was released for Bella Morte?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sure there'll be more coming out soon. Because I know, I mean, you're constantly doing almost every year, especially with Rain Within and your books. And you got your books. I don't know how you keep up with. And then you got your live Facebook postings that you do occasionally.
Totally. I'm not on social media as much as it may appear. I used to be on there a lot more, but I find that it's not the best thing for my peace of mind. And I'm in a really good place right now, mentally, and so I do social media, and I know it's necessary, and I love talking with my friends on there and stuff like that. But my time on social media now I've chopped it way down.
Well, you do a lot of you do a lot of recordings, and you have a lot of other things that you have. So, I can see that. I mean, I don't know how you find time. I'm just amazed how you do it. You have a lot of energy, a lot of passion, And then I know you also do cover tunes. I saw that, the Cyndi Lauper song and the Duran Duran song. You're from the 80s, right? You love the 80s.
Totally love it. I've been doing it at my shows for the last couple of years. I've been doing a cover of Rihanna's Umbrella, which I will be releasing next year. It's already up on my Patreon, but I'll be making an official release next year. And I've got some others that I'm thinking about doing that I'm not going to, reveal yet. But
okay. Yeah, and I also know that you produced a soundtrack for the remake of the Plan 9 for the Outer Space.
Yeah. That was fun. That was my first experience, like scoring a feature-length film. That was a lot of fun. A lot of hours.
Oh yeah. Well, when was that? What year?
I have no idea.
Way back.
2011, probably 2013, 2014.
Uh-huh.
But I'm actually not sure.
Oh wow. Yeah, we're looking forward to the album, to your new album,
Yeah,
and the other single that's coming out. So we're looking at what did you say, October?
October. I believe it's October 5th for Horror Show.
Yeah, and if somebody wanted to check it out, what's the email? What's the best website to check?
I mean, it'll be up on all the streaming sites like Apple Music, iTunes, or Amazon, Spotify, Bandcamp, like you name it, it'll be there. Like it's getting full distribution. So anywhere that wherever you go to digest music, it'll be there waiting for you on October 5th. And I'll be posting a pre-save link so that people can like get tapped on the shoulder when it lands.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll also be letting everybody know.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
I know there's so much stuff going on, and we're looking forward to checking that out, as well as your new book that's going to be coming out soon as well.
Soonish. Like that's probably
let us know when. Let us know when.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay, well, let me see. Anything else you want to mention? So let me do a big shout out to Christian at Fade and PR as well.
He's the best. Great guy.
Yeah. Always. Yeah, I'm always grateful for for the music by everybody, including yourself, putting it out there, and being able to play it on the radio and just out there in the clubs. What about concerts? I know we probably can't do anything now, but
I'm going on the Rain Within. I'm playing the Gothic Cruise next month. So I'll be out on the ocean for 7 days playing a show out there. Dark Side of the Con next year. Got something I might be doing on Halloween night. I haven't figured that out yet, but that'd be around here somewhere.
Around the Virginia area.
And then there's a festival coming up later this year that hasn't been announced yet, but it's a festival in October as well that it looks like Bella Morte will be playing. So got some things in the work with the pandemic and stuff like that. I haven't been really pushing to do live shows, just take them when they come, but I'm not going to put a ton of energy into things that can get, canceled at the spur of a moment. So.
Right. Well, I'm glad that the Gothic Cruise, where is that at? If somebody wanted to go.
We're sailing out of Florida and going all through the islands down south and stuff like that. I can't remember all the stops, but I am so excited about it. It's like one of my favorite. I've done it several times before, and it's always one of my favorite times of the year.
I guess if people want to check that out, they'll just Google it. I guess they'll find it, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's a lot of freaking fun.
I know. Yeah, and that's something different and interesting as well. Yeah.
It's a way for me to like take a week to slow down because I run full speed all the time. I'm working all the time. Like that cruise kind of forces me to like get out of my head, just like kick back, deck of a boat, watch the ocean, read a book. It's pretty wonderful.
Yes, sorry for somebody is getting arrested. Anyway, yeah, well, it was a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for coming back on the show. I think we did an interview before on the phone. I don't know if you remember that, a long time ago. So I'm glad we're doing now like a video, which is good.
Definitely. I really appreciate you having me, and I hope you're doing well out there.
Yeah, well, I hope to see you again in Hawaii, whenever you come back again.
I'd love to. Absolutely love to.
All right. Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Andy. Wait, don't hang up. Don't,
okay.
Don't a moment. Okay, well, thank you. I'm gonna